I am going to make food for your doll using cornstarch dough made with cornstarch, baking soda, and water. I will also be using Mod Podge or clear school glue, a tablespoon, toothpick, butter knife, an X-Acto knife, and adult supervision is highly recommended. Chalk pastels. If you do not have chalk pastels, then makeup can be a good substitute. Craft paint and glitter. We found these mini bottles of glitter for nail art at the dollar store. In a microwave-safe bowl, I start by combining 1 tablespoon of cornstarch with 2 tablespoons of baking soda and 1 tablespoon of water. Stir. Then microwave for 20 to 30 seconds, and cooking times may vary. Stir until it is cool enough to touch, then begin kneading it. And if I find that it's a little too crumbly, I just wet the tips of my fingers with a little water and continue kneading. I remove a small amount to work with and store the unused portion in a Ziploc bag. To make donuts, I roll the dough into a ball. I push a toothpick through the center and then start to form the donut shape around the toothpick. And they end up looking kind of like Cheerios to me. To make a bagel, I do the same thing, only this time I let the center hole kind of squish back together a little. Let them sit for a few minutes to get firm before moving to a baking dish. And if I would like my bagels sliced, I use an X-Acto knife to cut it on the side. And remember, adult supervision is highly recommended. I gently smooth out the edges to get 2 halves. To make a croissant, I flatten out a piece of dough, use a butter knife to cut it into long triangles. Starting at the wide end, I begin rolling the triangle. Give it a slight curve. To make toast, shape a piece of dough into a square, then pinch it in on the sides just a little. Pinch the corners to make a slice of bread, or take a piece of dough and use your fingers to kind of square the edges and the front. Then I use a butter knife to make a little indentation at the top on each side. And I flatten under that line just a little to give it sort of a bread shape. Allow it to sit until it hardens. Using an X-Acto knife, I slice the bread. Gently smooth out the edges, then bake all the dough at 175 for about an hour or until dried. Once they've cooled, it's time to add a little color. So I'm going to use a little bit of this mustardy yellow and just start dusting the top with a paintbrush. And I let it go onto the side just a little bit, but not all the way. I'm going to do the back side the same way, allowing it to be lighter on the side. Then I add a little brown to give it a nice toasted look. When I'm coloring the bread, I make sure to keep it only on the outside edge. And on the cut side of the bagel, I very lightly go around the edge to make it look like it's been toasted. I seal in the color with a matte finish Mod Podge or clear school glue. And if I want to keep the color from transferring to the cut side of the bread, I first paint the outside or the colored portion. Once dried, using a clean brush, I paint the other side. Use paint for icing on the donuts and glitter for sprinkles. Use a little watered down dough for cream cheese on the bagel. Then allow it to air dry. Seal the tops with Mod Podge or clear school glue. Mix paint and a gloss Mod Podge for jelly on the toast. Fill an empty glitter jar with leftover paint. Cover the top with a small square of fabric. Use a hair rubber band to hold it in place for a homemade jar of jam. And you're done.
Happy crafting!
It is your time to shine. Submit your original doll photos on Facebook or play GPS Dad for a chance to be in one of our videos. Because you're so FABSOME.
Sophie, Grandma wanted to know if you were done making breakfast.
Almost, but I kind of ran out of jam.
We want to give a shout out to
Madison Ross. What's up?
So we don't have any jam for the toast?
I can help you out of this jam. Get it? 'Cause I have the jam, no?
Thank you!
Who is this metal man?
Actually, I was thinking, Man of Iron!